Why AUM should offer more online classes? Do you think that online classes benefit you? I do. And today I will tell you why I think that. Have you have you ever saw a class that you wanted to take or needed to take but couldn't because of the class timing or the day the class was offered? I've had that problem. Many college students have to work, and finding classes available can be difficult to find because classes are only offered certain times of the day and certain times. Auburn University Montgomery has come a long way with offering online classes in the past few years. However, more work is needed to ensure students are getting the best education possible. If you're unable to take a class due to it being in class, you have to sit out a semester or you have to look for that class at another school being a transient student, which costs more money because you can't use that financial aid at that other school. Reasons why students benefit from online classes: the flexibility. This gives students the opportunity to study at their own time. If I'm having to work, if I can set aside 2 or 3 days a week to study, that gives me that flexibility that I need, not to be able to have to be in the classroom and face-to-face on a Monday or Wednesday or Tuesday or Thursday. The lower overall cost. Tuition is lower, and all fees that are usually tacked on when you're in class are no longer tacked on online. That would make the tuition be lower. And at Auburn University, we have a lot of fees when you're in the classroom. You have a technology fee, you have more fees. Ask me 6 minutes. So you have to pay those extra fees that I don't feel that are beneficial to the students because we don't see those fees. So if I'm online, I wouldn't have to pay a printing fee, which I didn't know I had a printing fee until recently when I went to print. So that would alleviate some of those fees that students have to pay out of their tuition. Career advancement. If you're working while in school, you're able to advance in the career that you're in as of now. You don't have to worry about taking off or not being able to work because the class is online, so you wouldn't have to worry about missing work. Most full-time jobs do not work with students who are in school. They figure that is something that you need to take care of outside of work. However, I feel is not fair. So offering online classes would be more beneficial. I'm having that issue as of next semester because the classes I need are only offered in class, and my job is not flexible for me to be able to leave work or come back after those classes are offered. Also, you get to avoid commuting. Some classes are at 8 o'clock in the morning. If you're a freshman in college, you're kind of still just learning how to drive. You can avoid that morning traffic that's out there on the interstate. Coming from Millbrook to Montgomery sometimes in the morning is very hard. Sometimes traffic on the interstate is backed up due to a wreck. And if you're having to be to school at 8, you may not get there until 8:15, 8:30. If a class is online, you don't have to ever worry about being late to log into that class because it's online. So you're able to log in at 8:45, 8:30, or whenever you feel like it because it's online. Also, you have individualized learning. You're able to learn at your own pace. In class, the teacher is going to go ahead to the next material if most of the class is understanding the material. Online, you have PowerPoints and you have work or assignments that your teacher has helped you to gather or further understand the information. With those assignments, you're able to put more time into that work. So you're able to spend more time learning that material. As far as in the classroom, you may have to step aside and ask your teacher, hey, can you please go back over that material and set aside time that may not be conducive to their schedule or your schedule, but you're wanting to learn the material, so you have to do what you have to do. The benefits of the university of offering more online classes: you would cut down the cost of some of your bills. If you don't have students inside of a classroom, you wouldn't have to worry about always paying the light bill, the gas bill, or having to run the heat or air in the winter or summer because no one's preoccupying that class. So you're able to save money on cost, which in return you can put that money into better serving online, have more professors, or just giving the students a better learning experience online, putting more money into finding ways that help students that are online. Also, you'll get higher enrollment. with being online, most people need that flexibility. So you'll have more older people who are wanting to come to AUM. You will have more parents being able to come because it's online, so they're not having to miss out on work, which they need to be able to work to provide for their family. Also, you'll get more Pell Grant recipients because they're able to use that money towards online classes. So the benefits for the university are also as great as the benefits for the person who is needing to be online. The people who will see the most benefits are people who have full-time jobs and people who need to be able to learn at a slower pace. That will be your greatest number of people wanting to do online classes. Another thing I want to point out as I close is Faulkner University has a full online program for HR. I feel like that is wonderful because it allows you that flexibility that you need to be able to do your other daily activities. With that program, all classes are online. You have not one single class that is offered in the class. So to me, that is great. So if AUM would be able to do that for their students, I would recommend this school to anyone.